Would you like to attract customers that you love to working with? Now, as a business owner or an entrepreneur, you work with customers, and there are some people whom you want to avoid and you don't like that much to work with them. But then there are some other people whom you really love working with. And if you would want to know how do you attract those people whom you love to work with, in this particular video, I'm exactly going to be sharing on how that can be done. Hi, my name is Sankash Narvekar. I'm a digitalization specialist and I help entrepreneurs and business owners launch and grow their business digitally and attract a lot of customers for themselves. And let's quickly jump onto this video on how you can attract the customers that you love working with. So here are three things when it comes to this. So number one is you got to gather data, because see, without knowing who those people are, you can't do anything, right? You need to gather that data. So the first thing that we have over here is, see, data gives you clarity. As I said, if you don't exactly know who those people are, you can't do anything, right? So data gives you clarity, and here are three things when it comes to getting clarity. Number one is you need to know what's working and what's not working for you. Okay, like, is there a particular content piece that is working? The customers that are coming through that content, are they the customers that you want? Are they the customers that you don't want? So this is very important. The second thing is, are those customers, like, who are those customers that are very effortless to sell? I mean, they're when they come to you, they actually are able to align with your vision and they straight away buy from you. Who are those people? You need to identify those people. And the third thing is, the customers that give more returns. Now there would be some customers who don't nag a lot while making the payment and getting your services. Who are those kind of people, right? This data needs to be gathered. And the second thing that we have over here is to do this by using the multi-level data aggregation. Now, how do you gather data? You need to be able to gather data, right? Now, if you're a business owner, like if you're providing services, if you're an architect, lawyer, interior designer, or a fitness expert, doctor, or anyone, this is important for anybody of you if you're a business owner. So here are five things when it comes to multi-level data aggregation. Now, this is especially when it comes to selling online and getting and attracting customers online. All right. So number one is the content. Whatever content that you put in, doesn't matter if it's paid, organic content, whatever kind of content that you put in, you need to gather data on that content. Okay, what's working, what's not working, and if it's working, what's the reach and all that stuff. The second thing is the pathway. Now, once they take action on your content, they come to you towards a pathway. Maybe they're coming through a website, maybe they're coming to a landing page, or maybe they're just directly calling you. So whatever that pathway is, you need to have some data about the pathway. Okay, what kind of people are coming in and what exactly is triggering them to come in. Yeah, multiple different data points. Now, the third thing that we have over here is the meeting data. Now, whenever you do a meeting with them, maybe it's a phone call meeting, maybe it's a live video call meeting, or maybe you're doing a webinar, which is one to many. Whatever meeting you do, the data, the meeting data needs to be gathered. What made them interested in the meeting, what made them to give you a lot of focus, what were the objections that they were facing, all of these kind of data. Then the fourth thing that you need to gather is the follow-up data. Now, people always don't buy right in the first meeting. You might have to do a lot of follow-ups. Now, while doing these follow-ups, you get a lot of other data points also. So this data also needs to be gathered. And ultimately, the fifth thing is the customer data. Now, once people become your customers, this is one of the best source of data that you can get from people, and to understand how did they become one, right? So these are the different five sources of data that could be gathered, the multi-level data aggregation. Now, the point over here is, you might be wondering, Sankash, I'm already so busy in my business. How the hell do I do all of these things? Now, the point over here is all of this can happen on automation. You don't have to worry about this. The data gathering can happen on automation. And if you want to know how this happens, now exactly how you use this whole system, you can go down, register for my webinar. It's a free webinar, 90-minute webinar where I cover all of these concepts in 90 minutes. And you can go click on the link in the description. Also, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video so that you never ever miss any of these kind of informative videos from me in the future. All right, so let's quickly continue with this part. Okay, so first thing that you need to do is you need to gather data. Now, once you gather this data, it is very important to analyze that data. Now, how do you analyze? Here are three things. Number one is, you've got to figure out who are these people who are really amazing customers. You love serving them. You got to figure out who are those people. So here are three things when figuring that out. Number one is, Do they make payments on time? Yeah, who are those people who you don't have to even follow up a lot? They just go and like straight away make the payment, right? The second kind of people are like, do they take action? Okay, like whenever you ask them to do something, are they serious about it, or do they keep on like just postponing stuff, right? That's the second thing. And the third thing is, do they also help you grow? Like there are some people who have really helped me grow, and my customers themselves, they keep on asking me different questions, very valuable questions, and which ultimately helps me grow. So you got to figure out who are those people for you, who are helping you improve your services, your products, and your business, because these are like gem of a people, right? So yeah, this is the first thing that you need to do. You got to identify who are those people. And the second thing is, you got to see what are those common traits. Now, when you identify a few of these people, definitely there is going to be some or the other common trait within them. Okay. So here are some common traits that you can look for. Number one is, do they have a common age group? Maybe they are from the same age group, or like someplace there, or maybe they have the same interests. Like they love watching a similar kind of movie, or they follow similar kind of influencers. This is a very strong data point. If you are following, if you have the same mentors, if you have the same people who have the same belief systems, this is the best form of data that you can get. All right. The third thing is, do they have the same vision? Another kind of an amazing powerful data source, because if different people, it could be of different age, could be of different language, religion, anything, but if you have the same vision, you believe in the same thing, these are some of the best customers that you can get. And finally, the fourth thing is language. Maybe those people are of the same language, they are of the same community, right? So look at these traits. Do you see some common patterns over there? Any common pattern? The interest could be, maybe your customers love art, maybe they love music, maybe they love to travel, it could be anything. Yeah, that is the second thing. And the third thing that we have over here is, where will you find more such people? This is what you need to analyze. Now, once you get these common traits, where do you feel you will find more such people? Now, there are two places where you can find them. One, it could be either online. So you can figure out what are those platforms that you got these people from, and you can only understand when you are gathering data. So that is when you can understand, okay, this is how maybe they watched a YouTube video and they came to me, or maybe they watched an advertisement, a specific ad, and then they came to me, right? So online platforms, and you could also look into offline platforms. Maybe they're living in a particular area, maybe they're living in a particular kind of a society, right? So there are different places. So you got to analyze, where will you find more such people. Now, once this whole analysis is done, first you gather data. This is a continuous process, and that's why it needs to happen on automation. This can't happen on automation because you need to yourself, as a business owner, sit and try to analyze every single thing and take out common points. Now, when you take out those common factors, this is the third thing that you do, which is you take data driven actions. All right. So here are three things when it comes to taking data driven actions. Number one, you got to optimize your messaging now, because all of these common traits that you have found out, you got to optimize those common traits in different other platforms like, you have social media accounts. Optimize your messages in all your social media accounts, so that only those kind of people, they are able to resonate with you and they're able to take action. The second optimization place is your website. You could optimize your website messaging so that you can target more such people and get them. The third place is your lead magnets. Whatever customer or lead magnets that you have created, a big source of information. If you want to know more about lead magnets, you can go on the link at the top. I've given a source to a video. You can watch that video where I go a little bit deeper into lead magnets, and also you can attend my free webinar. Okay, I go in much depth inside the live webinar, so you have the link below, you can get in. Yeah, the fourth thing to optimize is your landing pages. Very important, because that is where people actually make the buying decision, the first buying decision. And ultimately, the fifth thing is your meetings, your sales meetings, your presentations. Those need to be optimized in order to get these kind of people in. Yeah. Then the second thing that we have over here is optimizing your ad targeting. Now, in case if you're running paid ads, so if you're running paid ads on Facebook or Google, those ads can be optimized by using these common traits, their age, interest, vision, language, and all of these different stuff. All right. Also location. Yeah, the language will be based upon locations also, right? So you can optimize your ads. And ultimately, the third thing that we have over here is, now, in case if your audience is not more active on online platforms, maybe it is an older audience, an elderly audience, or those kind of people, then you can target specific locations where you are having your marketing campaigns which are not online, but they are an offline hybrid model. So this way you can go and target specific locations, and that way you can gather people. But the point over here is you can use the same messaging for targeting those locations. Okay, while you're targeting those locations, you put the same message outside. All right, so this is how you can attract customers whom you love working with by using three simple steps: gathering data, analyzing that data, and then taking data driven actions. If you found this video to be useful, please hit the subscribe button and like this video, and let's meet in the next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.